And let's go back, and we are going to add another inbox. And since we're here, I'm going to go ahead and talk about these briefly since we're making good time. We're going to build a website widget. And one of the things I really liked about, or I like about FlowTrack is that we can create more than one widget, right? Why would you need that? Maybe you want to have a support widget in the back end for your customer separate than your sales widget, and thus can assign those conversations to different teams. Lisa and I have a client that has 4 locations. What can we do? We can create 4 different chat widgets for the action location page, because yes, they have a corporate one that might have one widget, but then they have 4 locations under it, and those can have, based on the location that those they're actually in different cities, they can have a separate chat widget, and they all go in here. So an admin only has to go to one account. I find that extremely powerful. Okay, Facebook is coming soon. I can't wait for it. My understanding is that it's coming with a CMS update, which is going to give us an incredible amount of features. I'm so excited to learn more about it, as you guys do. You know, I know the team is working real hard, and there's a lot of really, really big updates that are going to affect multiple parts of the system in such an incredible way. Okay. Twitter, there is going to be a direct message. I don't know anything about this, so I'm just going to glaze over it. The WhatsApp is, you can connect it either through Twilio or through the Meta API. I would do the Meta API, and there's some help docs for that. I personally have not done it. We went over this. The only thing that's different over here is that it's only going to do outbound. It's only going to send email, not receive, unless you set up a forwarding rule, okay? And then this is the one we did, and then the API can connect to any third-party messaging service, okay? So we're going to create our website widget. We're going to name it, I'm going to say it's going to be flowtrack.com. Website domain, we're going to do the same thing. Sorry, .co. And then we can adjust the color of the widget, which is going to affect the color as it's shown. Okay, I'm just going to change the color so you guys can see that it'll be red. And then we can have a welcome heading. Hi there. And what I like to do, guys, is I like to just put values in here and then just see where they go. You know, because sometimes a welcome heading, you don't know if that's part of a pop-up. You don't know if that's in the widget. I know that this one is in the widget. Okay. And then the welcome tagline, I'm just going to leave these all alone. All right. And you can enable or disable the channel greeting. Okay. So we're going to create our inbox, get to choose our agents. It's very similar. And with that, we get our inbox code. Okay. And here in a second, I'm going to let Lisa show you what to do with this inbox code. And I am going to send it to her in a message so she doesn't have to go digging for it. But I want to show you first these more settings, okay? The channel avatar, this one does matter, okay? And what this is that when that chat widget pops up, the little icon, the avatar, is whatever we put here, okay? And then some of these settings should look familiar. We already went over these. And you have some controls, okay? I tend to just, everybody has their way of doing things. I kind of like the default. And let's see here. So this is the email collect box. If you're not available, it'll ask for their email and collect that, okay? CSAT, that is basically when the conversation's done, tell us how we did. That's probably more important to bigger organizations. Allow messages after the conversation resolved. I like the enabled. And then enable conversation continuity via email. I kind of like these settings. All right. Now there are more. I'm going to hit update. Now these matter. We have our same thing where we can assign agents. We have our business hours. This is something I like to enable because I want people to know that if they reach us after hours, that we'll get back to them, right? And you could set your time zone, change your business hours, and so forth, okay? because it requires them to enter this information, or whatever you turn on and off. It requires them to give this information to start a conversation. Why is that important? It's important because I'm not always available to immediately start a chat, because, you know, if someone starts a chat and you don't answer in a minute or two, they may be gone. I want their phone number so that I can initiate an email or a text message to bring that customer back. Okay. And so I am a very big proponent of enabling the pre-chat form. Okay. And I like to make a change. I like to scroll this up to the top, get their name. I figure if you really want to talk to me, you're going to give me this info: phone number, email. The one I care about is phone number, but maybe you only want email. I get both. And then we hit update, right? And configuration, which is where we can go cheat and get our code again. Okay. And